Let's go, computer.
Good morning. Coming at you live on a Sunday morning. A little bit of cold in the Northeast region. Hi. We are live on a rare Sunday morning because we had a scheduling conflict and we thought, hey, man, let's just try to do it in the morning. And everybody's tired. Everybody's a little hungover of sorts. But we wanted to get this done because we were unable to have the show together for Thursday. So good morning. My name is John Draper. This is Spitball Media. We're going to spit out the top entertainment stories of the week that's ending. It's a holiday weekend here in the States, Shah. Shah, you off tomorrow?
I am off tomorrow.
I am not.
Thank God. Yeah. I got a 3-day weekend. I sound like I just fucking, drank a bunch of whiskey and cigars. It's because I literally just woke up 5 minutes ago. So
I love drinking cigars, man.
It's drinking cigars.
Yeah. Is that what I said?
Yeah.
Oh,
this is gonna be fucking great.
All right, listen, man. Listen, bro. I went.
It's funny.
Listen, I went to a big ass fucking protest yesterday. Then I got drunk with this girl last night. Wow. Stayed up till 4:30. Had no idea we were doing the show. B-Show texted me at 9:02 a.m.
This is the greatest.
I rolled out. I'm still in my drawers. Haven't even brushed my teeth. Haven't even
I'm in
walked
my
my
dog
dog.
walking outfit.
Straight up drunk right now. So it's it's a thing.
Oh my God.
B-Show, I don't know how you're gonna top that, but good morning.
I have my gas station coffee. I don't know. No, not as fun as what Shaheen's night felt like.
Yeah, my night wasn't
fucking
like
boring,
that.
dude.
It was also Valentine's Day. I've neglected to point out. So happy Valentine's Day.
Yes. I felt bad. My wife's in Indiana with my daughter. She's playing volleyball, and they were hanging out in the hotel lobby with the other parents last night. And she texts me, and my wife can be a little bit cantankerous sometimes. I like the feisty Latina thing. And she texts me from the lobby and just was like, hey, I'm not going to lie. Sitting here with all these couples, not with you, I kind of miss you. And I'm like, do you miss me or are you jealous? That's a key distinction. And she kind of laughed and she's like, no, I miss you. So it kind of sucked to spend it apart, but we get around that. It's fine.
Yeah, well, happy belated Valentine's Day and apologies all around. I was unable to make the show a couple weeks ago, which was very strange. I never really miss shows. We usually reschedule, but it could not be avoided. And then we had a scheduling conflict this week, but we're back on track. We're back on the map. We're going to get this out. I recorded a special Patreon for the Patreon people, and please consider going to patreon.com/spitballmedia, $5 a month. I just recorded a very intimate conversation last night on that show. And of course, Shah, it is one of the cheapest things you can do, even though, my gas prices have gone down a little bit, but not by much.
Yeah, $5 a month, and I'm debating on putting this one thing up I started doing. So I'm debating on creating a new channel where I basically cover like the revolution because I feel like
I love that idea. Yes,
I could make that actual thing. So what I'm doing right now is there's a website called Umingle. It's kind of like Omegle, and you basically choose topics. So what I do is I put in usually Palestine, Israel, Iran, Islam, and it usually matches me either with like IDF soldiers or people in Israel or Arabs all across the world. So I've been having some insane debates and conversations with random people that I've been recording.
I'm sure everyone is very courteous and friendly and warm.
Yeah.
It sounds like the opposite of a dating app. You know what I mean? Like a dating app, you want to get together with people of like-minded to fuck and to hang out.
Right. This is exactly
this
what
does
it
not
is.
sound like that at
argue. Yeah, if you want to just argue and debate with people, like I met a black Nazi the other day. He had a Nazi flag.
I've met a couple of those.
Nazi.
I've met a couple of those actually.
Yeah.
But Shah, I think you should do it. I think it would be great. And I think that's I think look, it's important stuff. I think this is there's a lot going on. there's a lot of things that, there's a lot of things going on globally. We have the Olympics going on right now, and obviously, of course, we have a couple of big stories to get to in the entertainment world. But Shah, if you do that, let everyone know. I recorded a late last night with the end of my second old fashioned. I recorded a little update on some music stuff for an hour. But please consider going to patreon.com/spitballmedia. We just did the Q&A last week, B Show, and the link is up for the February one right now.
It is. Get in, get your questions in. It's always a crowded room. I'll get John's bonus show up today at some point, probably after this, right after this. And like John said, how many other podcasts do bonus shows and hangouts, and it's $5 a month. Check us out.
Yeah. All right, now I'm going to address the beard situation. So obviously this might be a little strange, but I rolled up last week without it on the Q&A, and B Show and Shah were like, what the fuck? I'm bringing the beard back. This was not a good idea. I'm getting nothing but terrible feedback about it. And the more I look at myself now without it, B Show, I look like Dana Carvey in that Master of Disguise movie where he played the turtle guy.
Oh,
Like,
no.
that's
You
what I
don't look
feel
like
like.
Master of the Turtle
Well, yeah,
Club.
maybe if he went to prison for like a long time, but like I will not do. Actually, this is like a prison outfit. Look, I got like
The
like
deep V-neck with the matching white
I got like
sweatpants?
and I also got like look at this like cream colored.
Are you wearing white Crocs, too, so you don't have shoelaces?
No, I'm wearing fancy slippers, but Shah, I am bringing the beard back, and because nobody likes me without it.
Yeah, I think you should never shave again, man.
I'm never shaving it.
Yeah.
I'm only shaving my head.
honest, I think you should-
No. I'm only shaving my head.
Yeah, because I was so used to you without always being without a beard, and then once you put it
Yeah.
on, I was like, oh yeah, I got used to this look, and now that you take it off, it just
I
throws me
know.
off.
I'm too old to have look changes. Nobody cares. Like, I'm not. I know. I feel like if you pulled Master of Disguise was it?
Yeah, I get it.
But if you take a still of it, there's him in like a turtle body and my head, and I look just like that, like a turtle. Like I feel like I look like a shellless turtle.
Can you tuck your head into the shoulders like the?
I want to be
Close.
a master of disguise.
I'm surprised you've seen that movie. It's terrible.
Well, Dana Carvey I was a big fan from Saturday Night Live, so like even Dana Carvey on SNL was the.
Speaking of big fans, the chicken.
Look, that's what I look like. Yeah, look, go ahead, go to like one of the. That's what I feel like I look like. No, the one with the long neck on the second row on the far left corner. That's me.
Gee,
Like,
that's back
no,
for
blow it up.
Halloween, man.
Dude, that's me. That's what I look like.
Please do this for Halloween, man. This would be amazing.
Yeah. By the way, Dana Carvey's amazing. Like B Show, like that's me. That's what I look like now.
Oh, and that's Joe sitting down.
Yeah.
You and Joe having.
That's
an
what I
argument.
look like when I don't shave. The guy he's talking to.
I know.
Like Shah, my wife and I were watching we're watching Homeland again. There's a lot of like stuff with like Iran and all this other stuff. And there were 3 separate people that were ancillary characters, and I looked literally when I don't shave like every one of those people. Like I'm not even joking. Like I could probably pull it up. You'd be like, yeah, you look just like that guy. And they're all Persian. Like they're all they're playing Persian. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I don't think they're I don't think they're like honkies like me. But honestly, like there was this one guy, and the guy, like the main character is talking to him, and I pause it and I go, okay, yeah, that looks exactly like me. It really does.
Yeah, I mean a lot of Greeks and Italians kind of look
Mediterranean
similar to us, depending
Mediterranean
on where
people.
they're from.
Yeah. Well, I got a little bit. I got the Caucasus, the Caucasus. What are they? What are they called?
The
Caucasus
mountains of the Caucasus, or whatever.
No, not like that.
That baby has a 720 credit score.
That is one of the best bits of all time. I'm gonna pull it up right now because I don't remember. I know I have not the Caucasus, but what the fuck? What is that shit called when you check your heritage? What the fuck is that called? What's the popular?
23andMe or
The other one. What's the other one
Oh,
called? Ancestry.com?
Ancestry, yeah.
Yeah, Ancestry.com. I'm going to go to my update one and see what these motherfuckers... No, because they changed it. I know I got some of this shit in here. Hold on. Remember we did this? I thought we did this on the show.
Yeah. That's when we found out you were like North African or Moroccan
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah, no, it might be Moroccan, Shah. Hold on. I'm going to see what it is. I mean, everybody just walked through Italy like it was nothing. You know what I mean? They just walked right through there. But yeah, I'm not. I'm bringing it. I am definitely not. I'm never shaving again. I'm not allowed. My wife is upset. She doesn't like it. Here we go. All right.
Yeah,
All
never
right.
shave again, man. If you feel froggy and want to make like drastic moves, just grow out like one of those Allahu Akbar beards. That's better
Yeah.
than shaving.
So, Shah, it's Eastern Mediterranean Cyprus 2% and Malta 1%, and then we get North Central Europe, which is like the Czech countries. But then you throw in that mostly Irish and Italian. So like I don't know what the fuck it is, but
Yeah, I really want to get my test done.
you should.
Well, my sister got it done, and my sister ended up being 50% Persian, which is obviously my mom's side. She's 100%
course.
Persian, clearly.
Right.
So I just feel like if I do it, I would just end up being 100% Persian. I feel like it's kind of pointless. 'Cause it would
Yeah,
just,
you know, there might be a couple things in there you don't know. Bisho, have you ever done it?
Yeah, I'm like 99.999% like white European.
No.
It's not even a question. It's like, yeah, it's like 60% like German, German British, and then there's like French, Irish, Scottish.
Then the
mixed in
French
there.
Irish, yeah. Yeah.
And
so
then like
you're-
some
you're
like
a honky.
Nordisk, but a small amount.
Yeah, I mean you're a honky. I mean there's just there's no big surprises there. But you don't got
Nope.
any of this in there. Like I got obviously like I'm mostly Italian and
Oh, let me see. 23.
Southern Italy, Ireland, 3 parts of Ireland, the Germanic Europe. That's the little German in there. Lithuania. I got Lithuania, Shah. But Cyprus
I might have a little
and Malta.
Russian, if anything.
Mm.
The only countries that could be in my system, like in any Iranians, like it would probably be Armenia, Kurdistan, Russians, maybe a little Arab from the colonization.
My Cyprus Shah is the Phoenician, Persian, Egyptian, Roman, and Byzantine Empire.
Yeah, Phoenician is Greek, so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, anyway, I'm going to grow the beard back. It's going to be, and I'm probably going to make it like crazy. I want it to be like Ted Kaczynski style. So I'm
Nice.
sorry if my turtle head offends you, but please consider going to patreon.com/spitballmedia. Now, we have 2 big stories to get to before we get to some interesting trailers. And I want to leave with this because this is obviously something that we've all been seeing in the last few days. Actor James Van Der Beek, mostly known for his coming-of-age show on the WB network, way back in the 90s there and into the early 2000s, Dawson's Creek, very publicly was suffering from colon cancer, and he was very much using social media to talk to people and to probably leave a legacy for himself, for his very young family. He was 48 years old, and he had very young children. It's 6 children, some of them very, very young. I think his youngest is about 5 years old. He passed away. He was very public in sharing his battles. I was following him on social media. I'd seen quite a few videos from him. I was watching him kind of try to be positive while he was debilitating from cancer. And it was just, Shah, it's like we've all seen celebrities die, and we've seen celebrities die in accidents and, this and that. But there was something very particular about this that I think a lot of people felt very consumed by it this week because it was everywhere.
Yeah, rest in peace to him, man. I mean, it definitely was kind of out of nowhere. But to be honest with you, I don't know if I've seen much of him in movies. Nothing really stands out to me as far as any.
You never seen Varsity Blues? That's a big. Your generation likes that movie. But maybe a little older than.
Because I just looked up his movies. I don't think I've seen a single. I don't recall anything.
Yeah, I mean, he was in some decent movies for sure. He also
Scary Movie, maybe.
He spoofed
Scary
himself
Movie.
in things like Scary Movie and in
Jay and
Silent
Strike
Bob.
Yeah.
Strike Back. He spoofed himself, and then he brought himself back to spoof himself again in the third one. He was in Rules of Attraction. He actually played Patrick Bateman. The character Patrick Bateman in American Psycho is in other Bret Easton Ellis books. I'm a very big fan of the author. So he played his brother Sean. He has a brother. American Psycho has a brother named Sean. So he played him. Bisho, he also did a couple of other TV things. Apparently that Don't Trust the Bee and Apartment 23 show with Kristen Ritter.
Oh, okay.
Smoking hot, by the way. Smoking fucking hot. He's played a fictionalized version of himself on that people said he was great.
Yeah, man. What really sucked about this, and I think this is what we're going to start seeing is, first it was people that we grew up watching that were kind of older, like you had your Gene Hackmans and people like that pass away. And there's going to be people like Jack Nicholson that pass away. It's that older, people that are still older than us. This is a guy who was 48 years old and 20 years ago, 20, 25, 30 years ago maybe, was seen as like the teen heartthrob.
Yeah, he was a big deal.
And like he was a part of that youth generation for like CW and like really pushed even the teen movie craze because once Dawson Creek got popular.
Yeah,
then it was
Varsity Blues was an MTV produced movie. If you guys never seen it, it's a fucking huge cult movie.
Yeah, I think Dirk brought that up last week when I was talking about Orange County because it came out around the same time.
Yeah.
Like that guy was the young actor. He was the young heartthrob of that generation, which coincides with like maybe 5-10 years older than me and Shah. So it's like right in between us and you. Now these guys are starting to go. And I think that was the big thing is now this generation that identifies with those people as opposed to a TV dad or a John Candy or something like that. Like now it's the young people. This is 48 years old with a family. And it's that sense, I think, of mortality, man. It sucks. It really does.
And Shah, put this in perspective too, right? So Dawson's Creek was a huge show, regardless if many of us watched it. Stars dead. 90210 was an institutionally huge show to the point where they rebooted it in the 2000s. The two main co-stars, dead. Cosby Show. Theo from the Cosby Show.
Oh God,
son of
Jamal Warner.
Jamal Warner. He was like the TV son of that generation. He's dead too. Saved by the Bell. Screech is fucking dead. Like you can literally take all of these people. There's people from the original Power Rangers. I think at least one of them is dead.
Trini, the Yellow Ranger. I think?
Yeah, the Asian girl died in a car accident. Like, Shah, it's just so crazy. Like these are not old people, but a lot of them are dead.
Yeah, I'm just happy we still have Carlton, man. Carlton is
Well, Carlton was there with him. Carlton was a good friend of his. He was one of the last people saw him before he died. They did Dancing with the Stars together. Alfonso Ribera, and they were very close. You know, there's a very personal photograph of James Van Der Beek literally dying in bed, and they're hugging each other. And it's just like I don't know how. I will say, I'm just going to say this. I'm going to ask you both this. Regardless, public, private, doesn't matter. I am grateful that this guy shared this, but I'm also like I'm uncomfortable with it. Like, and I don't mean that to negate him or his family. I've been very sad about this for days, and everyone I know has been sad about it. But Shah, do you think possibly that maybe we've gone a little too far? That now people don't even get to die privately, like that we have to see them up until the last day of their life making TikToks and all this other stuff. And I'm not trying to besmirch this guy, don't get me wrong, but I'm saying culturally, like Catherine O'Hara just died a few weeks ago and was suffering from cancer and didn't tell anybody, you know, because she didn't want that. Like what do you think is a more proper response, regardless of whether it's a private or a person or a private person or a celebrity? Like, are you comfortable with watching these people you know to the very last minute of their lives?
I think it's their choice ultimately. Like, if they're the ones putting the content out, then I mean, who am I to say no? In fact, I saw a clip the other day of Celine Dion. I don't know what condition she has, but she was really
she may have
struggling.
MS. I think she has MS.
Yeah, I don't know what she had, but she was really struggling. She was like crying in her bed, and it was really like disturbing, you know. And people were commenting like, why would you share this? Like, why is this on the internet? And somebody had commented that she wanted this out because it was a documentary that she put out a couple years ago. So if it's one of those cases where she's trying to bring awareness to the disease and she's okay with, you know, her privacy being out there, I mean, that's who am I to say no? But if people are recording it, like their family members are that's gross. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But if it's with consent, if it's a request, then I mean, who am I to say no?
Yeah, I mean, B-Show, like, you know, I'm looking at that picture with the kids, and I'm just like, this is not an old picture. You know what I mean? And it's heartbreaking, and people have really responded for the most part, overwhelmingly with support. But where are you with watching your childhood people to the bitter end on social media?
I don't know. We know with entertainment, with music, and with movies and stuff, you know, a lot of people who are celebrities are driven by the need for attention. So some of it's gross when it's that type of thing. But, like, this guy was 48. He wasn't in his prime, but he was still trying to make stuff. I know he had to skip out on a Dawson's Creek reunion recently.
They only did that reunion because he couldn't afford his medical coverages.
Which I didn't know that at the time.
Yeah,
but to the point is,
other fucking disgrace.
But he's at that age now, and what did they say? Retro and nostalgia goes in like 20-year cycles or something like that, where
Yeah.
like the 90s are very popular right now with young people. Like my daughter's listening to like mid-90s alternative music. I walked upstairs and was like, Alice in Chains? That's awesome.
So is mine.
So to that point, this period, 90s to 2000s is becoming very popular with young kids. So he's at the point where they're going to start doing the circuits. They're going to start doing conventions. They're going to start. God, could you imagine if they would have done a Dawson's Creek reboot? That would have been probably a big success, even in a limited run. Yeah. So for him to be out there still doing it, that's one thing. And I think there's a big enough following of this show because of how huge and how successful this was.
It's a huge show.
That maybe he felt a need to keep people posted. So as long as it's in a wholesome way like this, fine. If it's like the people following around, what's his name, Stan Lee or China or someone like that to make money off of it, they can go fuck themselves with a rusty fishing line.
Yeah, and again, I don't want to. I'm not besmirching him at all, or not even close. Like this, I found this all to be incredibly upsetting, honest to God. And I saw a clip of him after he first got diagnosed, and he was like 45. He only lived about 3 years with this, and most of them was spent terribly, being terribly sick. And Digital Dirk over here points out Paul Walker also died. Ron Lester and Jason David Frank, Chris Matthews. These are power. A lot of these people gone. They're not old people, okay? And frankly, when I was in my 20s, there were not a lot of people just dropping dead and having all these illnesses or suicide, or people seem to. Well, take Kurt Cobain out of it. That was the primary. So there were
like River Phoenix. It was like
River Phoenix. Yeah, it was like very specific things. But this has been such a captivating thing. Some people tried to take a shit on the guy. He just seemed like a decent, smart, non-Hollywood person just trying to live his life. So it was terribly sad, and it dominated the news cycle. What it did, guys, was mercifully, sadly, using that term, shift us away from the other big story, which started the week, which I still don't know why this is a topic for so many people, but it is. The Super Bowl was last Sunday, and of course, Bad Bunny, who I really know from wrestling. Like, I am familiar with his career because of his involvement in wrestling, and he was great, and he was fucking awesome. And that was a kind of an interesting thing he did there. He had a match in Puerto Rico. It was incredible, like, how good he was, and he's such a fan. But the guy's really a singer, and one of the biggest artists currently working in the industry right now. I would say next to Taylor Swift, he's probably in that conversation, popularity-wise. Anyway, he did his halftime show. Not my thing. I don't get why it's so popular, but I don't care that it's popular. It was very theatrical and so forth, and of course you had to use this shot. This is now the litmus test for whether or not you're a good person, because if you didn't enjoy it, it's because you're obviously a terrible person and you hate anybody that that's not you. And if you enjoyed it too much, and if someone didn't understand any of the language, you're probably virtue signaling. What was your take, Shah, on that you just can't have a nuanced response and say, yeah, I don't really care. I don't like reggaeton, so it's not something I give a shit about. Like, what was your reaction to seeing this become the thing that was really dividing the country, if not the world, for a hot minute there?
I honestly couldn't give two shits. I'll just be perfectly honest. Not to make it my own thing, but again, my algorithm right now has nothing to do with Ice or fucking Bad Bunny. I'm not seeing any of this shit. I did obviously see people complaining about it, and my answer is probably going to surprise you. I kind of understand the frustration. I understand why people wouldn't want this at the Super Bowl. It's an English speaking country, man. I understand Puerto Rico is a territory of America, but at the same time, I understand why it wouldn't make sense to put a guy to do the halftime show when most of the country won't understand it. Like, that just seems common sense. If most of the people that are watching cannot understand it, why would you not understand that they're frustrated? Like, that just makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah,
I get it. He's one of the biggest stars. I get that Puerto Rico is part of America. I understand all of that.
Of course you do.
But at the same time, I'm not taking this is not a hill I'm willing to die on. I don't give a shit either way, really.
I think you have the same opinion I have in a lot of ways. And by the way, I don't want to put you on an island there by yourself. Just to be clear before I get to B show, my opinion was I think it's a little silly because I don't associate his music with the NFL, which is predominantly African American guys who probably. And by the way, when they asked almost every one of them walking through the door what their favorite Bad Bunny song, they said, "I have no idea." And that's their Super Bowl. Not, I think it made sense just from a brand recognition because he just won a bunch of Grammys and then a couple weeks later. But I think it is a very silly hill to die on. I don't understand it. I think it would have been interesting to have him do songs with other people. That would have been cool. And I don't really care one way or the other, B show, but people cared entirely too much.
Well, I think that's a distinction. Is like watching it. I watched the whole thing, and I don't think, from a singer standpoint, he was really that impressive.
Well, my wife immediately, before I cut you off, my wife didn't know who he was at all. And when he started doing the, hey, and then was rapping in reggaeton, my wife was like, wait, he doesn't sing? And I go, no. Right. She goes, oh, I thought he was a singer. I go, yeah, I could see why you would probably think that. No, he's just going to do this. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
and it was that the whole time. He was just like, bule, 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 and I'm not going to say the words because I don't speak Spanish. I'm not going to disrespect the guy. Obviously, what he does, people like. Yeah, but like, I like the whole. And obviously, we like movies and
yeah, I thought.
Shows.
Yeah, I'm a theater person. I thought the presentation was incredible.
From that standpoint, I thought it was fucking fantastic.
One of the best Super Bowl shows I've ever seen. And all the. Yeah, it was very. But I'm a theater guy. Like I love.
And I like the salsa Lady Gaga version of "Die with a Smile" that she sang too.
Yeah,
but like
she's great. But I felt like that was unnecessary. Honestly,
it was.
Didn't fit
it was. And that what's funny is when Ricky Martin came on, for some reason I thought it was Joey. I thought it was Joey Lawrence because
I didn't recognize him at first.
I go, holy shit, why is Joey Lawrence there? And my wife slapped me and goes, just Joey Lawrence, that's fucking Ricky Martin. What are you talking about? So
yeah, he looked awesome. Ricky Martin looks great.
Presentation-wise, I thought it was great. And I understand why people may not have liked it for those reasons. But here's a personal thing. My wife is Hispanic and my kids are partial Hispanic. Someone in my wife's family took to Facebook a couple days after the Super Bowl. And they're like backwoods, live up in Michigan and whatever. It's the typical boomer, older shit. And they start going off about how this is America and it's not Mexican and all these Mexicans need to get out because this is what's happening to our country and he doesn't care if Puerto Rico is a part of America. And my wife was sitting at dinner and usually she doesn't care about shit like this. And she was like, you know what? I kind of get it now. And I'm like, oh, you get it? She's like, yeah. Like you can like choose not to watch it. You can choose to turn it off. You can choose to go, not my cup of tea. Like all three of us have kind of said on a white part, it's not a cup of tea.
I wanted to watch it.
You can do that without like taking to Facebook and going on a rant about Mexican people. That to me, and what I've tried to tell her is,
that's a stupid hill to die on for people.
And not to get political, but like we dip our toe every once in a while. This is what I was trying to tell her about a lot of the movements going on right now. So the populist movements that start to catch fire. It's not that the people who are all doing it are racist. It's that those are in some ways dog whistles and signaling to other people that are.
Yeah.
And then when this shit happens, then they feel comfortable to come out. I would rather them come out and know who the fuck they are.
Oh yeah, that'd be too. I always want to know. I want to know.
But this is why I can't stand with those people and get behind them because it's always one step away, and it's this passive aggressive underlying Midwestern racism that only comes out when people feel comfortable. So I think that's where a lot of this is coming from.
Well, I should bring up the chat. Sorry, because it's still early in the morning here. I'm not used to the early morning. But Ghost 1958 brings up two things. Bad Bunny is the biggest current streaming artist in the world. He is globally. So of course you want that recognition, right? But also, Shah, he brings up, are you really complaining about watching big booty Latinas dancing? I was not.
Well, I'm not complaining at all because I didn't watch it. I'm just saying I understand why.
Yeah, I understand why.
I mean, most dudes that are watching this are probably going to be like 55-year-old, 60-year-old white men. You know what I mean? Like they're probably not.
Go on.
They're probably not in tune with Bad Bunny. You know, I'm 38 and I don't give a shit about Bad Bunny. So.
Yeah. Well, again, I know him from wrestling. Like that's why, and that's what introduced me to him. And I thought his intro coming out in Puerto Rico, maybe honest. I'm legit saying this for this generation, for this decade. Maybe one of the top 10 greatest entrances in wrestling entrances I've ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just know him from banging Latinas, not from wrestling.
Yeah, he bangs a lot of broads too. I also, listen, I get that he's a top artist, and I get that a lot of white people were upset because white people get upset a lot. But the Kid Rock counter programming B show for me, I'm so, and look, I only know about Turning Point because Charlie Kirk got shot in the neck. I was not very familiar with all this shit. I'm just not that guy. I don't follow all these things. I'm just trying to live my life. I try to have a nuanced opinion. But that Kid Rock concert, which did not do small numbers for it existing, seemed like a bit of an embarrassment. Like I don't know why we have to pretend that we have two separate countries and then get upset when everybody is upset with each other.
I don't know. I don't think that's ever going to heal. And I used to think that like when the older generation died out, that would go away, but it's not, because that whole kind of alt right is becoming kind of a populist movement.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. And it's funny because everything you joke about country music, right? The most pandering fucking aspects. Bo Bice has a song called I think it's Bo Bice.
Bo Bice.
Pandering. And it's pandering, mandolin, want to drive my truck and speak Mandarin. Like, it's so dumb. And then what is one of the acts? Forget Kid Rock and his terrible lip sync battle. The guy coming out like, I just want to wear my boots, drive my truck.
Yeah, that's what it all sounds like to me.
My ass. Yeah,
you know, and I like real country. Like I'm getting a little bit more into like Jason Isbell who's lyrically on a fucking like high level person.
Yes.
Clearly that dude has a high IQ and he's not going for that.
Check out The Elephant. Check out The Elephant if you want a good one too. That one's rough. Oof.
That's
Jason Isbell. It's a song
Jason
about
Isbell.
hooking up with a girl who has cancer. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, like, now granted, we don't need this at the Super Bowl either. I was going to just, before we move on to this, because we have a bunch of trailers to get to.
Hang on, the guy in Ann Arbor that I went to see, 100,000 packed arena. Brian, not Luke Bryan, but Zach Bryan, I think is
Zach. I don't know the difference. I really don't.
He's a younger guy, and he even came out after this and was like, "What the fuck are we doing? This is an embarrassment." And
it's an embarrassment.
This is a young country guy who's packing arenas, who's like, "This is fucking stupid. Why are we doing this?" It's like someone called it an extinction burst, and I hope it is, where it's like these people who are really clinging to this, like just clinging so tight, hoping it doesn't go away, because this is the last fucking gasp of this attitude. Hopefully, that
maybe
I hope we can get past, but I don't know.
So I'm going to ask you both a question. I will answer it myself, and I'm not asking this to be silly. If you cared enough, Shah, that you get to pick who could have been at the Super Bowl, who would you have, like, if you were going to sit through 15 minutes of that, who would you have picked? Honestly. Not for politics, right? Just honestly. Like, be like a legitimate answer, not like Griselda, which is hilarious. Because a lot of people had said West Side Gun should have done the show. But I would have watched that 1,000 times, but I know that that's not realistic. So, like who would you have thought would have been an appropriate, or like something that would not have been as divisive?
I mean, this probably still would be somewhat divisive, but I mean, I would love to see, since Jay-Z's in charge of the talent.
Yeah.
I'm biased, but I would love to see Jay-Z and Nas do a Super Bowl.
That would have been cool as fuck.
Since they had that beef and that history, and
they each do like a mini set.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't think it would be very popular.
Very New York.
Yeah.
Very New York. Very East Coast. Yeah, my answer is going to surprise everybody, especially if you've been paying attention to the show, especially B-Show. B-Show, who would you pick, honestly? Like, do you think would have been a good...
I don't know. I'm so unplugged. I don't know if Bad Bunny has any duets. Like,
I don't know either.
Gaga used to do standards with Tony Bennett, and they all used to do the concept album where it was like a joint with another big star.
Yeah,
I would have even been fine if it was that, because if he's doing his reggaeton shit and he's singing with Ricky Martin or with Gaga or whoever else, like they had Cardi B there. Cardi B was there, and my daughter pointed that out. I'm like, there's no way that she's there as an extra.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't do that. No.
She was there. It was her. It was Pedro Pascal.
I saw Pedro Pascal.
Another Hispanic actress was there, but they were all standing like in the house thing on the porch.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I almost feel like you need someone like a country artist with someone like this to be like, look, shut the fuck up. Like, this is what we're supposed to do. So I don't know.
Well, I have an answer just because and again, this is going to seem silly if you've been paying attention to me, because I think that they have leaned away from some of this for the past few years, but I think they could have got. And again, I don't love the Foo Fighters, but I'm thinking they could have had the Foo Fighters do those classic songs and bring up do Hero and all this other shit, and do 3 songs and bring up a modern young artist, whether it's a rapper or this person, you know, I don't care who the fuck it was, and do some shit because they like to do that shit. And I think there would have been zero controversy, zero counter programming. Everybody knows the guy. It's, you know, they could have done the Hero song and Evermore Along and another new song and brought up a female, like somebody. I don't care who it is. There's a million people they could have brought up. They could have brought up.
Was James
1,000 people.
Vanderbeek dead before then?
No, he died Wednesday or Thursday.
Okay,
or
I was gonna
Sunday.
say that could have been a tie-in because of the Hero song from.
No, they
Varsity
like
Blues.
they could have done a whole thing with that, like them doing that in front. You know, and everybody knows the song. It's been around.
That's a great
They're
idea,
not
man.
divisive. They're famous enough. They're not divisive. People would, and you could have asked the NFL players walking in, "What's your favorite Foo Fighter song?" Like, "Oh, Hero. Oh, Everlong. Oh, I really like that Monkey Ride." Like they could have just said, "Oh, I love that dude who was in Nirvana." Like, but like just lean a little bit into some rock and roll, something like that. You know, I have a feeling. Look, we don't know till next year, but I'm going to go on a limb here and say that next year it will be something like that. It will be like a rock group of some kind. It will not be West Side Gun. Shah, wouldn't Griselda just be great though at the halftime show? It would have been great.
Oh, I would love that. You know, they could have also done Drake and J. Cole, but I think Drake has beef with the NFL.
Drake. They can't do Drake.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have beef with
After last
J.
year, they
Cole
never
would be
do it.
good though. I think J. Cole is mainstream enough where like the younger crowd
Maybe.
knows him.
Yeah, it's more musical, right? And like, you know, it's
Yeah.
like has a great music component.
And he has a song called Superbowl with Drake, which would make sense.
Yeah. Yeah. There's also an artist, I forget his name. He's pretty famous. I think he's from New Orleans. You could G-check me on that, Fatty. He's won a bunch of, my wife listens to him. He's like a soul artist. He's won a bunch of Grammys. Great music. Seems very, very popular. Like, I don't know. I just think they could lean in. Like B-Show, like I don't need the Cro-Mags to play the fucking Super Bowl. I don't need the National to play I don't need Morrissey to sing at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But I do think it's very silly to pretend if you're going to just completely whitewash over the personnel of the sport, and you know, then you might as well just lean into fame and go, okay, who's a big rock group right now? Well, the Foo Fighters play football stadium. Dude, I'll do you one even funnier. And I swear to God, I thought about this, and I know it would never happen. I was talking to one of my friends online, and he just said, Chris Van, because the Cro-Mags would be awesome. Oasis had one of the biggest years in music history. They literally sold out soccer stadiums in like 13 countries, multiple nights, and will do it again next year. If you're gonna, you know, why not have Oasis then fucking play it? I think that would have been fucking hilarious. Can you imagine Oasis playing the Super Bowl, doing the
That'd be
4
awesome.
big
Right?
songs?
Who's that young guy who kind of took over for Ozzy at his farewell tour? Where you
Youngblood. Yeah, he's not
you
that
tell
kind
me
of popular yet. Yeah.
No, but I'm saying you
They
could
could have done that.
You could have done
tribute to
Ozzy Osbourne
Yeah.
or Black Sabbath or something because it is kind
Youngblood
of still in
fronting
the,
Ozzy with the, you know.
Yeah,
And
or
also,
like-
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say this might be a little bit for the next generation of Super Bowl people. Maybe the crowd's a little too old for it, but like you mentioned, Jay-Z. Jay-Z did a, I think it was encore album with Linkin Park. They have a new singer now. As much as we thought she wasn't that great in that role,
Yeah,
they could even
seems
at
to be
some point
working
do a
out.
Super Bowl with Jay-Z and Linkin Park doing those songs together because that was incredibly popular about 15
It was very
years
popular.
ago.
It was like, yeah, it was very popular. And you would have had people in the NFL going, "Oh, I remember when I was in grade school, I bought that album with Jay-Z and Linkin Park. I still listen to it to this day." Blah, blah. Like you just gotta. I don't know. I have a feeling next year it's going to be a rock group. Don't quote, something like that, or more mainstream. You know, not as divisive. I don't like that it was this divisive. I don't like that this is now. You have to. You know, all, like these, you know, super far left people pretending that they like this when they really didn't. They don't listen to any music like this. It's fake. And super right people being offended, not realizing that Puerto Rico is like an hour and a half flight from fucking New York City or whatever. It's like 2.5 hours. I've been to Puerto Rico like a half a dozen times. It's amazing. I love Puerto Rico. Trying to go back. Trying to go back this year. But, you know, we're moving on into trailers. We're going to watch some interesting movie trailers. There was a couple of big ones that came out this week as far as that goes. But I picked a really bad, hilarious one. I'm not going to tell you what it's about in advance because you're going to think I'm high, and I am not. We're going to watch some interesting movie trailers. But when I assure you, if this is the trailer that I remember, B-Show, this movie is called Bunny. Okay? And it is based on Ted Bundy.
Oh my God!
Because Ted Bundy sounds like Bunny. I am not making this up. This is not a trauma movie, but it probably should be. And we're going to check it. Now, they're all not going to be bangers like this, Shah. Like this is like, this is a banger trailer. But I think you guys, I couldn't believe this was real.
Is it Ted Bunny?
Oh, did it get cut out? The first part? Sorry.
I don't know. I got to find it because I can't find it under Bunny, but there's one from 4 weeks ago that says Ted Bunny.
Yeah, that's the one. It's just too
Is it
funny.
a cheap looking movie?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Wait, Ted Bunny. I think it got cut out because of Bad Bunny. I think all the bunny talk. That's what I think it got cut out. But
let's
this is about a bunny, and this is a Ted Bundy movie about a bunny.
Oh my God! Here we go.
Just so funny. I just can't believe we live in this world. Can we blow this up more?
Yeah, is this looking familiar?
Yeah.
How did you meet Ted Bundy?
Okay. Oh.
It was 1975 in Utah. I mean, there were a few girls that went missing, but
is that Dee Wallace?
Nobody was.
She's in every fucking.
That's Dee Wallace Stone, guys.
I'm Ted, by the way.
Nice to meet you, Ted.
God, we could make shit like this.
This is what I'm saying.
I knew I was pregnant with Ted Bundy's child.
Imagine.
Do you believe this woman?
Baby Bundy.
Mm-hmm. Bad Bundy.
I believe
Bad
you.
Bundy. That should be the title of the show.
Bad Bundy.
What happened to the child?
By the way, this is the mom from E.T. In case anybody.
I know.
And this is 50 years later. What you do?
I should recut this with the ET theme over it.
You should. Ted Bunny. I love it.
Okay.
Shah,
All right.
Shah, we have to watch this movie. I think Shah died. Shah, you there?
Yeah, not a big fan of this one, to be honest with you.
Dude, it looks amazing. Are you kidding?
Yeah,
It's
not
about
a
Ted
big
Bundy's
hit.
son who dresses like a bunny, and they call him Ted Bunny. Come on, are you kidding? This writes itself. Shah, can you believe like 50 people worked on this movie probably and like wrote it and directed it and edited it and came up with a score and were extras and went and scouted locations, and the premise is that you're Ted Bundy's son through a rape assault 50 years later and you dress like a bunny and they call you Ted Bunny.
Yeah, I'd be more okay with this if this was done during COVID. I feel like that's more of an excuse where you could just be like, oh man, people were bored at home, they were going delirious, and this is a fan project. They recently did this, man. I mean, come on, bro. Come on, man.
Dude, it looks amazing.
You know that Boosie meme where it's just like, come on, man.
Come on, man. Yeah, of course.
That's how I
Boosie's
feel
hilarious.
about this, man. Like, come on, man.
Be sure I would watch this movie just to do a show about it, though, honestly.
Yeah, but does Dee Wallace owe taxes? Because she's in every piece of shit now. Like, really? Is she in a Nicolas Cage situation? For fuck's sake. Anyway.
This was the mom in E.T., one of the
I know.
biggest movies in 50-year history. E.T. might be one of the highest grossing, was well-received, like well-reviewed. It is a part of American history. She's the mom in it, and she's doing this.
This is like the mom from the Partridge Family being in that stupid kangaroo movie with Michael Biehn. Like, anyway,
This would be like the mom in Malcolm in the Middle, like being in a movie for a lot of people, like too. Like it's just weird. But Shah, you know what I'm saying? Like I get it. Look, it's a low budget piece of shit. But people who are in this movie are working with the mom from E.T.
Yeah, but I mean, still doesn't take away from the fact that it's a piece of shit, though.
No, but I'm saying like you imagine like you're like some stripper doing a nude scene in a movie like this. It's like, well, you know who's in the movie, right? It's like you're seeing E.T., right?
I just watched
Florence Henderson walks on stage and you're just, you got nipples
What were you
pierced.
saying, Shah?
I just watched a similar movie. It's with the mom from The Exorcist, and it's a comedy movie. It's a dark comedy. It's called Mother Couch, and it's like the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen. But it's very unique. Like I feel like you guys might actually enjoy it. It's basically about a mom that goes senile and she has like dementia, and she goes to a couch store, like a furniture store, and she just refuses to get up from the couch. And the whole story is basically
I've heard of this.
Yeah, she just won't get up, and like the kids are basically just trying to like bribe her to leave. The store is trying to work with her.
I saw the trailer for this.
Yeah,
is Michael Shannon in that movie? Is her son Michael Shannon?
Possibly. I just know the Exorcist mom is in there. I forget her name. She's the mom.
Ellen Bernstein.
Think so.
Is it Ellen Bernstein, who is also the mom in the Darren Aronofsky movie about the drug addicts? About you know what I'm talking about, Shah.
Requiem for a Dream.
Requiem for a Dream. Is that her? It's her, right?
Believe so. Yeah.
That's Ellen Bernstein. She's Academy Award actress. She's Academy
and it's like a complete indie movie. It's it's very unique.
She probably did it for the art, but like I think I've seen that trailer. That movie looks interesting to me. Like it doesn't look like a piece of shit. Like it looks like it was going for the serious shit. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
It's a very like art house dark comedy. I just wasn't expecting her to be in it.
Yeah, because she's famous. Yeah, she's absolutely famous. Now, Shah, are you aware of who the new mother of the new Exorcist is? Because it's Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, is it really?
I'm almost positive. Be sure you got to check me on that. I just threw that out there. Maybe we should pull that up. I'm almost positive that it's Scarlett Johansson.
They must have offered her a boatload of cash then.
I'm almost positive that it's Scarlett Johansson.
Because this is Mike Flanagan, right?
Yeah, Mike Flanagan's Exorcist. That's coming out. There's a lot of big people in it, and I think one of them is Scarlett Johansson.
I am kind of glad they didn't make his wife the one because
who else
she's
could
good,
she play? Who else could she play? She's got to play the mom.
Yeah, so the AI Google search says Scarlett Johansson is set to star in a new radical take on The Exorcist, written, directed, and produced by Mike Flanagan.
Wow. Shah, she's got to be the mother of The Exorcist. Isn't that crazy?
I feel like she's too young to be the mom. No,
she's not.
We're getting old, dude.
She's in her 40s.
Really? How old is Scarlett Johansson, bro?
Early 40s, maybe 40.
Yeah, that's too young to be the Exorcist.
It's a 13-year-old who gets possessed by the devil, which means she's 27.
I have a 13-year-old daughter, man, and I'm 39.
It feels different because I guess back in the day, people used to look so much older. Like a 40-year-old looked like a 7-year-old now. So it's I don't
want to put you on the spot, but I think we need to do this. I think we need to compare how old Ellen Bernstein was in The Exorcist. Oh, wow. Well, she's also
that's the movie.
Old. Yeah, I've
Mother
heard
Couch.
Is that the old? Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I think Michael Shannon's in that movie, plays her son. And how old Scarlett Johansson's going to be in The Exorcist?
Did I just get hacked? I lost my camera. What happened?
I don't know. That's a weird.
Are you using OBS?
No.
Because that's the OBS logo.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why. It just.
Shah, I'm going to say that they're probably the same age in time.
Very weird.
When one played the mom in The Exorcist in 73, B-show? 71, I think, maybe?
I'm trying to figure out how old was Exorcist mom?
In the movie. She was probably playing 40 or late 30s, and that's what Scarlett Johansson's going to play in the movie. I guarantee it.
The mother was played by Ellen Burstyn, who was 40 to 41. Yeah, there you go.
How old is Scarlett Johansson? I think she's 40 or 39. It's on brand. Totally on brand. How old Scar Joe?
41.
Oh, Shah, they're the exact same age. Is that crazy?
Damn, dude. I'm about to be like 39 this year, man. I still feel 25.
That's
man.
traumatizing. That's some traumatizing shit when you realize the mom and The Exorcist and Scarlett Johansson are the same age. Going to play the same character. That's fucking insane. Wow. Well, we're going to move on to another trailer. I found this trailer fascinating, but I actually know somebody who is in post-production for this film, who works for the director doing music, and they brought it to my attention, and that's our good friend Kimmy Kincaid brought it to my attention. This is actually an interesting trailer. It's kind of short. It's going to remind you of a lot of movies. It's a horror film. I think it's coming to Shudder called Dolly.
I'm trying to find the most recent one.
Yeah, there's a recent one.
January 28th.
Yeah. That's got to be it.
There we go. All right.
It's a cool concept, too. This is going to be a step above, I promise, the Ted Bunny.
I will still watch that piece of shit because it looks interesting, but yeah.
No. All right, here we go. Shudder, man. Great shot.
So
looks like In a Violent Nature.
I know. They announced the sequel this week, B-show.
No. I heard.
Someone's art project, maybe?
all the way out here?
Is it Sean William Scott?
I think so. If you're in the woods and you see dolls tied to trees, I would get the fuck out.
Fuel.
Look at this. Yeah. Or it's a guy who looks like a B-show.
A truly terrifying killer.
Hey, are you okay?
Yeah, I think it's a guy who looks like him. Nice.
A wonderfully violent.
Why would you
backwoods
approach that
slasher.
They didn't see the man. Oh, nice.
The scariest movie yet in the Great Chainsaw Massacre tradition.
Jeez.
Love that house.
I love it. I love it.
This March.
And it's coming out soon. Just in time for St. Patrick's Day.
Oh God.
Mother.
What did you do to me?
I dig this, man.
We gotta go. Best.
Nice. Oh, I love it. Ah. Wow, very changing.
Damn.
Nice.
Go see that for my birthday.
Wow, Shah, I dig it. I clearly it's a derivative of many other things, but it doesn't mean it doesn't mean it's not gonna be good.
Yeah, off the bat, it looks pretty decent. Although I would say it's pretty generic. Like, there's really nothing original in this. You know, creepy dolls, the Texas Chainsaw thing. Like, I mean, that's all been done before. However, there is a guy that I follow on YouTube that I thoroughly trust his reviews, and he got an early copy of this, and he said like it's got some really really gnarly deaths in there. It's pretty fucking creepy. Like, it's not. Don't just base it off of this trailer, because he said the same thing. Where like the trailer seems kind of generic, but the movie kind of delivers. So I mean, I'm excited for it, just based off.
Wow! Holy shit balls! B-Show, I think this speaks to you because you're a fan of that kind of genre. That's your favorite horror genre, the slasher.
It is, and I was thinking about this after our show the other night. You talked about horror movies being better now, better made, better produced, better whatever. But there's something that still calls me back to the simple, exciting, terrifying stories like that. Like, to me, they don't have to be grandiose. They don't have to be elevated. Like, if you deliver on kills or suspense or it's this weird kind of premise, I'm locked in. So. I don't know, I'm kind of that meme where you've got the hipster who's like, "Ooh, I only watch elevated horror," and then you've got Kurt Russell like, "Fuck it, let's watch Sleepaway Camp 3 again." I'm like equal parts that. So I'm really excited for this movie. I might actually go check it out. And the thing that interested me in the trailer wasn't just all the madness and shit going on. It was the, "Oh my God, what did you do to me?"
Yeah.
So it's like, what else is this thing doing to these people?
Well, I will say that Ryan Keith brought this up too, and Shah, I love this premise. I'm not a big woods guy. I don't spend a lot of time in the woods, but I guarantee you if I'm hiking in the woods and I find a series of dolls tied to trees, like dirty old dolls, I'm suspecting I'm not living out the day, like right then and there.
Yeah, honestly, I would probably have the same reaction as this person. I would think it's just somebody's like art project that they're trying to troll people. Like, I wouldn't think much of it, but I also wouldn't be approaching it and trying to figure out the mystery for myself. I would probably just walk away.
Scooby doing it.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't be touching people. I wouldn't be touching those dolls. But then again, I'm not white, so I don't know. This guy's white.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Well,
more
of
curious
course.
than I am.
Yeah. I mean, B-Show, nothing stops white curiosity.
No, it's interesting. It's like Shah talked about that big rock or the sacrificial monument near his house. It's like, yeah, I know a bunch of people who would go to that and like get possessed or some shit because they just have to. You can't. It's like they'll put on their LL Bean backpacks and their loafers and they'll walk and hike to it.
I think they just presume nothing bad is going to ever happen to them because it hasn't in their whole life. Honestly,
that's funny because like some shit happened here close by a couple months ago. My wife is like, "Can you believe that happened?" I'm like, "You do know that all these small town horror movies about boogeymen and monsters, it's allegory." Because it's not about the monsters and the boogeyman. It's the people that live there.
Us.
Yes.
It's about us. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's literally about us. I look, again, I know somebody who worked on this film a little bit, and I think they're friends with the director. By the way, I'm going to investigate this a little further because if they are, maybe we'll get the guy to come on and talk about the fucking movie because I think this movie's going to get a lot of good looks. That would be fucking dope. Two things before we move on to these two other trailers that are a little bit more serious in nature. First and foremost, this movie did look like in a violent nature. They just announced this week the sequel was greenlit. They are working on it now. There will be a follow-up to the very interesting in violent nature from a few years ago. And number two, it was officially announced that J.T. Mulner, who we've talked about quite a bit on this show, most recently known for writing The Last Walk, which was highly successful, and his previous efforts writing and directing the unbelievable Strange Darlings, is now the helm of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise. It is now in his hands. Shah, I gotta say, I don't know where they're going with Chainsaw, but when they made that official, which by the way he did tease on the internet, I was very, very excited.
Yeah, I'm excited, dude. A24, the guy from Strange Darlings, Texas Chainsaw. I mean, I again, dude, a lot of people are complaining about A24 taking that.
They are.
And it's like, yo, man, have you watched the last, like, I don't know, fucking 5 Texas Chainsaw movies? None of them were really great. I mean, the Netflix one was okay.
Okay, yeah, it was pretty decent.
Previous to that, the rest were trash
Garbage.
except for the 2006 one. So
Garbage.
I'm okay with A24, taking a ball and running with it. Like, just give it a shot, man. Can't get much worse than what we already got.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, B-Show, I did see some people groaning about this actually last week.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because people there's a big camp of horror fans that are divided and think A24 is overblown.
Yeah, they're treating it like Blumhouse now. That's
which is fucking weird.
Fucking
I don't get that at
ridiculous.
all. I don't get that at all.
Absolutely
So I think
nonsense.
I think that's part of it, but like also because maybe like we've talked about before, does A24 fit that vibe of Texas Chainsaw? I think with the right director, and you said Ryan O'Keefe is going to be doing it.
No, JT Molnar.
JT Molnar, I'm sorry.
Ryan Keefe is in our
I know. I was looking at his name trying to think of the
If Ryan
the
Keefe
director's
got to direct it, I would be very excited for Ryan Keefe. But
Yes,
I don't
absolutely.
think he is.
Sorry, JT Molnar. And I think that's a great fit. So I don't know. I think everyone having a voice on the internet is good because you can share your opinion, but everyone feels like they have to be a critic and critical of shit. It's like you can be a critic.
Yeah.
Like we love certain shit and we're like, I didn't really like this, but this is great overall. Or this last trailer, hey, it's kind of derivative, but it looks like it delivers.
Yeah.
You can critique like that and not just have to be like, this is terrible because it's A24.
I hate it already.
Just like this self-important shit. Yeah.
Yeah, people were like, Shah, there were people that were like, why did they give it to this guy? And I'm like, you can't be serious. And also they were like, they're going to try to make this like a franchise because I think it's a series. And they are going to make it like in other words, Shah, like they're doing what they're going to do again, I think with Halloween, make it a universe, like an actual universe. And I think that this guy is qualified to write a universe around the premise of Chainsaw, don't you think?
No, I agree. I think also A24, I wouldn't want to see them take over too many properties. Like, for example, like Friday the 13th, I'm not that excited about because it doesn't feel like an A24 thing. It just doesn't. Same with like Halloween. I would never want Halloween really in the hands of A24. Texas Chainsaw is a little different. I can see them doing really something unique with this. You know what I mean? Because Friday the 13th, there's only so far you can go, man. I mean, the premise is already there. It's kind of like set in stone. But with this, they can really get weird.
Oh yeah, and they will.
I mean, if you mix in a little bit of the art house flavors with Texas Chainsaw, again, I mentioned X. I feel like they would be doing like an X version of Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah. B-Show, like I think you can have a universe around this, like like its own. Texas Chainsaw Universe, TCU, we'll call it instead of
the TCU.
TCU.
Oh my God.
Are you a part of the TCU?
And then if they make Leatherface a woman when he puts on the mommy mask, now it's the TCU, I guess people are gonna call it.
I will say this. I don't want to spend much more time on this because I want to get these trailers. But are either of you very, very, very curious of who is going to play Leatherface? Like, who will they get? Will they get, in other words, Shah, like, will they get like a burly, like, intimidating person? Or will they get a very, like, scrawny, emo? Like, I feel like that's going to be the big, when that gets announced, who plays Leatherface, and if it's not like some Gunnar Hansen, like, okay, rotund, you're not like in shape, but maybe big guy. And if it's some like skinny jeans guy, the internet's going to blow up.
Yeah, I hope it's not a hipster. And I hope they don't fuck up the mask because a lot of the masks have been terrible, Yeah. I do like the Netflix one, like the old version of Leatherface. I thought that was very creepy. Especially when he's like in the sunflower, field. Like
the poppies. Oh my God, that was nasty.
I love that. So I as long as the mask is not botched, I think we have a bigger chance of this being a success because But I trust A24 with the mask though. I feel like they're creative enough to come up with something creepy.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, yeah, B-Show, like, I do think, though, casting is going to be important for Leatherface. I do. I don't care if it's just some chubby guy we never heard of. Great, But if it's some, like, 80-pound, wafy UK guy with a weird haircut who wants to bring the artistic version, like, this is going to be bad.
This guy might be too muscular, but could you imagine Braun Strowman?
He's way too big.
But like someone built like that,
you need like a
or even,
fat,
like Samoa Joe.
Yeah,
He's cast as Sweet Tooth, and he's great.
Yeah,
so you need him to be a little overweight, But
dude,
you need like a guy like old.
He's
kind
of short though. Samoa Joe's only like 6'1".
You need an older guy, like an older big guy.
No, you need the body type of a Samoa Joe or like an old Kevin Owens from Ring of Honor, like chubby.
Chubby.
Like
I think
guy.
tall. I think tall too. I think
definitely tall, chubby guy is what you need.
Yeah. Dude, if this turns out to be some like emo guy, oh my God, we'll have we will have shows for months.
Imagine
we don't know.
She goes into the house and Leatherface is in his room crying, listening to As I Lay Dying.
Leatherface is trying her jeans on because they fit him too. Like, anyway, we have a couple more trailers to get to, and then we have a very interesting post show we're going to do for you guys on the Patreon. I've been hearing about this movie for about 6 months. I've brought it up on the show. It did very well at festivals. It was bought by Blumhouse. It is not a Blumhouse movie. It was bought by Blumhouse, because they buy movies. I'm not going to die on a hill for this movie, but I've read detailed reviews, spoiler-free reviews for this, and people lost their fucking minds over this before this got international distribution. This movie is called Obsession, and we're going to check out the trailer right now. I've been hearing about this for a while.
One wish, Willow. You only get one wish. I wish Nikki Freeman loved me more than anyone in the entire world.
Oh boy. Apparently this is like it's got like some controversial elements to it.
I love you so much.
Right off the bat, I kind of like the way this is shot. I don't know.
Not bad.
Oh shit.
Still think I'm
Jesus. Jesus.
Should we go back and look at some of the freeze frames?
Shah, have you heard about this movie? This made its rounds a lot before this got picked up.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like an okay thriller. I don't know, man. It didn't really move me. Kind of reminds me of that Beyonce movie, the Beyonce horror movie from like 25 years ago. I think that was called Obsession also.
There was a Beyonce.
This might be a remake of that, to be honest with you, dude. This looks very similar.
There was a Beyonce horror movie?
Yeah, it was called Obsession.
She was stalking some married guy, right? Or...
Oh, yeah. That was like oh, yeah. What's her face is in that too from Landman. B-Show, first of all, I love these shots. I think these shots look great. But B-Show, can we pull up the premise? They give you very little in the premise, obviously. But I love the idea behind this because in theory, if you made a wish like that and that came true, you got a big fucking problem on your hands now.
I know. I'm trying to figure out this door. It looks like it's a door duct taped shut or something.
Yeah, it looks
maybe
like
to keep her from coming in. Maybe to keep her from coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go, Shah. Not bad.
That's a great shot. I love that shot from the back.
Yeah.
You don't think I'm pretty
still
anyway?
think I'm pretty?
Yeah. I'm excited about this. I wouldn't let the Blumhouse seal fool you. I would lean in as far as this goes. But B-Show, people were bringing this up all summer long. Like, just finally saw it. Oh my God. It was the best thing at Fantastic Fest.
Well, is it called Obsession? Because there's a movie that came out in 2005 called Obsession too.
He's talking about the Beyonce. It might be the Beyonce one.
No, what's this movie
05.
called?
05
just put
sounds
Obsession 2026.
I am.
2025.
Supernatural horror film directed by Curry Barker about a socially awkward music store employee named Bear who uses magical, sinister one-wish Willow to make his longtime crush Nikki fall in love with him. The wish works, but it turns into a dangerously obsessive, otherworldly nightmare. That's about it.
Yeah. I don't know. I like the way it was shot. It kind of reminds me of It Follows. But yeah, we'll see where it lands. You know what I'm saying? But Beach, I heard a lot about this from people, and they said it's really well made. Like it's creepy as fuck.
I was getting some kind of not quite long legs vibes, maybe weapons vibes with some of the shots, just the way it's shot, the color,
Yeah.
the shadow and contrast, which I think is a good thing. I love these stories of like the cursed monkey's paw. It goes back to like Twilight Zone and
Yeah.
Outer Limits type of shit, and even tamer stuff when I was a kid, like Are You Afraid of the Dark? So, no man, I'm all in on this one. This looks good.
Well, our last trailer is fascinating to me as a comic person. I've known about this for a while. This was very well known. There's various tentacles away from the modern Disney Marvel product. There's other things, under the umbrella. And one of them is the Spider-Man Spider-Verse, where we have different versions of Spider-Man all over the world. And one of the ones that was more popular in print was Spider-Man Noir, which is a noir version of Spider-Man as a detective. It's not Peter Parker, but it is all in the universe, in a noir universe of crime. And they casted none other than the great Nicolas Cage to play the Spider-Man character, who is an old, and again, this is not your Peter Parker Spider-Man, it's a little different. And they made a series that they put the trailer out, and they've changed the name from Spider-Man Noir to just Spider Noir to not confuse people too much. But everything you see is a derivative of the Spider-Man universe, the villains, the ancillary characters, the everything. And it looks fucking great. It's going to be a series on Prime. We're going to check it out now. Nicolas Cage. And it's, Shah, wait till you see how Nicolas Cage he is in this motherfucker. It's great. Spider Noir. And it's black and white, by the way, because it's noir. To defer to you as A, the premier Nicolas Cage fan, and B, the premier MCU no thank you person. By the way, this is not a part of the MCU, but I should just stress.
I was gonna ask you, so what's going on with like the rights? Like, how is this possible with Marvel?
It's on. Well, they gave permission. The Into the Spider-Verse is the comic, because Spider-Man rights are still, I think, tied to the previous. I mean, they have the.
Isn't it like Sony or something?
Yeah, it's like Sony. Yeah, so they like lease them. So I don't know if they have the full rights to Spider-Man anymore. But Marvel's involved in this. This is all from the Marvel comics, not the TV people,
Gotcha.
obviously. Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't see the Marvel logo, so I was a little confused.
Yeah, you didn't.
This looks really good though. Like, I love how they captured the noir feel.
Oh.
Sorry about my voice too. I just choked on my tea a second ago, so I'm like dying here.
That's all right.
But I love like the shadows they use. Like the shadows of the buildings. That's very noir from like the up, from the up above shots, and then also just overall, man, like them fucking smoking all the time in the movie. I wish it was actually a movie. I didn't realize it was a TV series, because that pretty much eliminates it for me. But yeah, there hasn't been a comic book movie that I've been excited about. If this was a movie, I'd definitely check it out. But
Well, you should check it out, because even the series, I mean, like it's a black. It's also, you have the option to watch it in black and white or in color, which
yeah,
is
that is cool. Yeah.
Like Sony. So Chris Matthews cleared up. Sony has film rights. They own film rights to some degree. B-Show, I remember when this comic came out. It was very popular, but it was like more adult driven. I don't see children flocking to this in any capacity.
No, this is going to be one of those red meat for the older fans who want some stuff, almost like a make good for some of the bad MCU type of shit. Like, hey, if you want something that's kind of cool and different, check this out. Obviously, the composition and the color of this movie looks amazing, but the one thing that got me and sold me was the texture of like the thick wool mask. Like, that's one thing. You see a lot of movies where they'll go back, oh, we're in the 50s and it's a noir. But like to see that like really thick wool,
because that's
like,
all he
fiber,
got.
that sold it for me. That little detail. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what the mask reminds me of? Because I think both of you guys did see Shah, you watched The Batman, right? The modern one. With the Riddler, when he had the mask, he had a ski mask on with the thing. That was. Oh, I thought you saw it.
No.
I could have sworn you saw the Pattinson one. I thought you saw it and liked it.
Oh, the 3 hour with the fucking 3 hour movie you're talking. Oh yeah, I just checked out.
Yeah. But remember, the Riddler had a fucking ski mask with goggles on. It's fucking nasty. Yeah,
I didn't realize we're talking about the one with the
Pattinson. Yeah, which is very stylized. That was super stylized. I think this looks great. I think people are gonna. And Nicolas Cage, B-Show, doing full Nicolas Cage here. Like, he's not fucking around.
No, even down to like the little ticks,
Yeah.
snapping his fingers and shit. That is so fucking Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, Ben Reilly, I think, is the name of the character from the comic. Comic's great. I'm excited for this. And every principal Spider-Man villain is in it, a noir version. So Shah, there's like noir versions of like the Rhino, of Green Goblin, of they're doing noir versions of signature Marvel villains, which is going to look. Can you imagine how amazing that would look in that time period in black and white?
Yeah, that's the main thing I'd be excited about, to see how they pull that off. To see all the different villains portrayed in that way. I mean, I'll check it out.
Possibly. Yeah, May 27th, Prime. Amazon Prime. Anyway, I'm not in my Prime. My Prime is long gone. But we're going to head over to our Prime, which is the Patreon. We got to do a little extra Patreon show as far as that goes. Shah, do you have the plugs for everybody before we head on out to the Patreon?
Yeah, follow B-Show at B-Show Brian, myself at planet.mondo, and you can follow John at I Am John Draper, and the show at Spitball Media.
And, of course, we'll be back to our regular scheduled program on Thursday. You do have the option to get into that Patreon, get to that Q&A for February. There's going to be a Patreon show B-Show's going to put out later on today. You'll have the extra bonus show for Patreon. So we're catching up to the Patreon pals. Thank you for your patience. Sorry for the scheduling conflicts. Hope you have a nice holiday weekend. What's left of it. If you got off tomorrow, enjoy it. I do not. I will not. But we're heading over to Patreon now. We'll see you Thursday. See you in a couple days.